Moving in love and light. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. Hey y'all, hey. All right, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Let's get into this reading for Jay-Z, also or Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z. I just have one question, and it is, what is it that you want to tell me about this person's energy, right? There's a lot of things happening energetically, it feels, and this is just a download. His energy is frazzled. I lightweight want to say scared and bothered. There is a change in energy. So let's just figure out what's going on here real quick. And then on to the next. Okay. All right. So energetically, Spirit is acknowledging. And did I say, hey, y'all? Hey. Hey, y'all. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Okay. So Spirit is acknowledging energetically that there's a lot of communication. There's chaos. There's disagreement. I don't understand why I'm hearing disbarment. What? Disbarment is what I keep hearing. And I know he's not a lawyer or an attorney or anything like that, but there's an energy of disbarment. All right, so we do see black here, and black makes me feel like everyone is protected. Everyone has a spiritual team, guides that walk with us alongside our path. So there's hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection is needed. And because of what he's dealing with right now, he is pointing fingers. He is very emotional around this energy as well. Spirit is saying when you point one finger, several fingers are pointed back. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? This is the pot calling a kettle black. Thank you, Spirit. Suffering, fools, disdain, displeasure, contempt, poking fun, and read between the lines. Remember, the universe reads straight lines, not in between them. So say what you want, say it with your chest, and get your manifestation met if it is bringing no harm, foul, or injury to another. All right, not my business. All right, Spirit is also acknowledging that he's also pointing fingers and pointing blame and shifting blame and very disgusted, disturbed around a relationship that he's saying that he should have walked away a long time ago. We do see pink. This is passionate. Not sure if we're talking in reference to Beyonce, Bianca, or someone else. No thank you, walk away, refusal, know your worth, self-respect, and strength. Okay. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck. Spirit is also acknowledging that he needs to be quiet about the lipstick on the pig, and he needs to return to his ancestors. How's your mom and them? Your Spirit is saying your real tribe misses you, not my business. But there's something that he needs to be quiet about. There's something that energetically Spirit is acknowledging. Close your mouth. Close your mouth. Have discretion. Have privacy. Have consideration, because you already know what was happening was a foul play. It was foul play. It was a flag on the play. Okay. It had lipstick on a pig, artificial denial, cover up, trickery, superficiality, frivolity, foolishness, and taking a closer look. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This energy of Kathy White's name is coming through. And so there's foul play when it comes to her. Spirit is also acknowledging that how's your mom and them, your people, reach out, return, reunion. This is the foundation. This is the family tree. And this is really interesting because there's lipstick on a pig when it comes to the family tree. Now, I've always said which family, because they've created a family of loyalty with the fraternity, sorority that they participate in, not my business. But then you have this earth kind of family reunion, and it's a duality. It's a dual message. And so it is what it is. It feels like strongly when it says return to family. It's like return to your spiritual family. Lipstick on a pig is kind of push towards that other family, which I affectionately call Holly Weird. Not my business. All right, so Sean Carter, Jay-Z. There's a girl fight. There's some arguments, and it keeps talking about argument. A physical fight or at war, competing. Two females competing over you, fighting for you. Spirit is also acknowledging that with one, you got the jackpot. You hit the jackpot. You got the money, the rich and famous, the inheritance. But he's ignoring one and or both of them. Spirit is also acknowledging that he's fishing for comments. This person is an obsessive lover. This person is also also imposter could be walking around with 2 of them. Okay. And we know in Hollywood they do that. That's not my business. If you don't believe me, you don't have to. It's a download. Okay. How about that? Plot twist. Anyway, fishing for comments. So this is a water sign element and or could just be emotional, but he's definitely got his ears to the ground, hearing what is happening, hearing what is said about him, current energy. He's also acknowledging that this is an obsessive lover. This person is toxic, dangerous, unhealthy, possessive, and karmic. This person also plays tricks. This person is into magic. Okay. I'm just giving you the download. This person is an impersonator, wants to be you, acts like, dresses like, looks like, copies you. And it's so crazy because the song that's coming to my head is, if I were a boy, I think I could understand. Wants to be like you, wants to imitate you, wants to emulate you. And that's a part of their magic. Watch out. Looks like you done touched the wrong apple, Adam. Not my business. It just is. That is a little interesting because that person is not playing with you. I don't know why Spirit's saying they would wear your skin. Ugh. Not my business. That's a little too. That's deep now. That's deep. All right. So anyway, okay. Beyonce, and Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z, lovers and friends. Okay, lovers and friends. And the ancestors are intervening. The ancestors is like, wrap this shit up. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And it's not, look, the boat has sailed. Yeah. And you know, in the last couple of readings that I've done on her and him, that's the continued energy. And so it is what it is. Message for Sean Carter, Jay-Z, current energy. Thank you. Undress. Oh, are you dealing with some heart issues, matters of the heart, health issues? It does feel like he is bothered. Like I said at the very beginning, he is not happy. Water sign element, again, emotional. Air sign energy is on this card as well. Thinking, trying to get ahead of it, trying to get in front of it. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Let yourself be seen fully in this relationship. Vulnerability is the most courageous act. Spirit is saying it's your turn now. Okay. When we hide behind masks and charades, smoke and mirrors, Hollywood, we don't allow love to come to our aid. This card calls on you to share your feelings, thoughts, and desires as honestly as you can and trust your pure intentions. Your pure ones will be matched. Yeah, pure intentions. I shade to the ancestors, I shade to the universe, causing no harm, foul, or injury to the next. All right, Spirit is acknowledging that he's getting ready to go through a great crumble. This is my Tower card. So whatever falls was meant to fall. A fall of the empire, Spirit is acknowledging. And in the middle of the deck, you will still have abundance. And this is interesting because once everything falls and once the slate is quote unquote cleaned, you will have abundance. Now, what does abundance look like for him? I don't know, because after you've had it all, maybe abundance is just sound mind. After you've had it all, maybe abundance is just peace, just pure peace. Once you've had it all, maybe abundance is a bill of good health. Okay. Not my business, not my problem. Again, on this card, there is the energy or the element of earth and air, nonconformist thinking, radical receptivity, mothering, massive growth. This is making me feel like the Queen of Pentacles also in tarot, nurturing precious resources into full form. It's giving Virgo energy. This card means that you are enough and possess everything you need. Getting grounded, I see red. You are reaping the rewards of seeds sown long ago. I do see green as well, letting me know this is affecting the heart chakra. Enjoy the harvest. It is time to sit in gratitude for all the abundance you have called into your life. You are brimming with creativity and love. And this is interesting because there's this energy coming through that, you know, when I look back over my life. So it's this thing about seeing things clearly, sitting down in space, having a moment to pause and saying, yo, I really did all of these things. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not my opinion of anything. This is me just reading the energy. Okay. So don't be in my comments tussling with me because I never said that I agreed with anything that he did and or said. I'm saying that energetically, it feels like when he is put on pause, when he has to sit down, he's going to think about all the things that he did, he believes were masterful or great, or like your average person doesn't have these opportunities. That's the download, okay? Don't do that. Don't come on comments talking about what you talking about. Anyway. Message for Tracy. Current energy. Sean Carter. Failure. He's dealing with failure, okay? I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, and so he needs to learn. This is in a higher intuitive chakra needing to get grounded. I see red affecting the heart chakra. I see green. And it's acknowledging orange, if this is emotional, it's acknowledging that he's dealing with failure within his current energy. And that came out just at the very beginning. Energetically, that's just what I was feeling. And so it definitely feels like he's dealing with disturbance, turmoil, failure, heartache, heart pain, guilt, remorse. I mean, what's the synonym for failure? There it is. Spirit said that he needs to detach and move on, moving forward. He needs to detach and move on. Spirit said this is divine timing, so there's nothing he can do about it. In the middle of the deck, Spirit wants him to find joy, a resolution, and healing. And yes, right now. And you know, if you've listened to my readings long enough, you know that I've always said, look, what you won't do, the universe will. So if you don't know how to say, you know what, I probably should stop, the universe will. What you don't learn once, you will learn twice. Okay? That's what Big Mama say. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging the Emperor. There's an energy of him trying to have stability and structure and be very protective, having protection over his empire. Spirit is acknowledging the fire sign element in the area of passion, also in the area of business. Passionate, but yet chaotic, okay? Fatherhood, dependability, but there is also an energy, water sign energy of him moving on, him going on, moving on, even though he doesn't want to. This is emotional, water sign energy. There's abandonment here, abandoning plans, walking away, letting go, trying to leave, trying to escape, trying to withdraw due to disappointment. In the middle of the deck with the Knight of Cups in reverse, emotional, depressing, unrequited love, illusion, escapism, lies, someone with a fragile sense of identity and poor personal boundaries. Listen up, you guys. I said in readings almost months ago that Beyonce was devising a plan. That is the energy that just swooped in, because your turn now. Look who's got, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the... There is this plot twist that is getting ready to be like, what? The whole time she was doing the Cassie, not my business, not my problem. This reading is alleged. But the whole time she was doing the Cassie, she was keeping her evidence. Is that what you're saying, Spirit? Not my business, not my problem. We're not about to do that. What's next for Sean Carter? Also known as JC. I've been saying it. I know Spirit. Spirit's like, yeah, you did. I said she was trying to get out of that relationship. Someone's like, what? She's got so much money, honey. And no tea, no shade. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. Anyway, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. The Eight of Wands is what's next for him. Returning from travel or holidays, restriction, bad timing, losing momentum, out of control, too fast of a pace, theft, opposition. And it's crazy because even though he's dealing with all of this, this fire sign energy, is fire in his belly, is to still be like, it's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. That's all Spirit just keeps saying. It's cool. It's cool. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be cool. You know, it's interesting because all of that stuff that you talk about, now you have to live it. All that lifestyle that you said that you was once had or once did, now you have to live it. It's crazy how life makes a full circle. Wherever you go, that's where you are, right? Wherever you go, that's where you are. Because what you do in the dark is coming to the light. What you've suppressed is now coming to the surface. Water sign energy, emotional and or could be a water sign. I do see water. But Spirit is just acknowledging like, yeah, what you do in the dark comes to the light. There's an energy of fear, anxiety, deception, misconception, insecurity, past conditioning effects, present behavior. Things are not what they seem. They're not what they seem. Smoke and mirrors, highly weird. In the middle of the deck with the Eight of Swords, negative self-talk, wanting to escape, freedom, release, trying to find solutions, trying to be optimistic, seeking one's options, trying to take control. Hey. Thank you, Spirit. But there's a plot twist here, and I'm just going to keep saying, there's a plot twist. Spirit keeps saying, there is a plot twist. What is a plot twist? Just give us a little peek. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. It's interesting because this person almost looks like this is not a real figure. This is someone who's on your brain that you think about often, but they're not here in the physical. Why does everyone say metaphysical? What's going on? They're curious about you. This is the plot twist. But you see how they're in the dark, in the shadows? What is that? And they want you back. They're coming for you, and you're incarcerated by this energy. You're in fear. You're locked up, about to be, always in and out. This has bad karma, and they've just been waiting because at the end of the day, she is the boss bitch. And look at this person in the clouds again. See this face looking at you? This was a love triangle, and they lost their last chance, or you did, with your obsessive, toxic lover who was unhealthy, possessive, and a karmic. Y'all, I can't make this up. So let's just go back a little bit, because initially when I saw this face, it made me think of someone who is no longer here, and how this person is always on their brain, always in their head. He's curious about her. She's curious about him. But again, there's a shadow of them. The figure is not coming forth clearly. And so the person that's coming to mind is the person's name that I said in the beginning. Is this Kathy White? Is it? And they want you back. You want her. She wants you back. Is that what you're saying? You're incarcerated by actions and or thoughts. His head is in hand. And there's a lot of bad karma on this. And they've just been waiting. Why? Because the boss bitch said to wait. This boss bitch runs her own business. Stable, busy, multifaceted. It's interesting because then it reverts back. You've waited because the boss bitch said so. But then you're back to the heads in the clouds thinking about this person. And this person was a lover of yours, and there was a happiness hater. Could this be Kathy and Beyonce? Could this be Beyonce, Bianca, and Kathy? Last chance. Somebody got their last chance when they seen the happiness hater. They lost their chance, or you did. Because the obsessive lover is back. This person is toxic, dangerous, unhealthy, possessive, and a karmic. Something else in the middle of the deck. And this person keeps fishing for comments. Water sign energy, because you keep ignoring them. Acknowledging that they were in a girl fight, and they gave you everything. I gave you everything. You see, I was jumping, but this is really interesting because it does feel like there's an energy of him and Kathy White. So now Spirit just said, go ahead and ask the question. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, and Kathy White. The aftermath was fuck love. There was deadly words. Someone had to bandage their heart behind the situation, and guilty as charged. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.